We are on to part 9 of Eli's jump training, and we're getting into some of my favorite stuff. So starting off with some Linda Mecklenburg, I'm continuing this training. At the suggestion of my instructor, I'm adding in a verbal. I've changed it, so if he's coming into me, it's a hey, hey. If I'm doing a send, then the same behavior, same jump mechanics would be a check, check. So if I'm sending him, it's a check, check. If he's converging in on me, it's a hey, hey. So working some hey, heys on. And what I'm really looking at is his control coming in. So right there.
Yes, good move. Tunnel.
There's some stressing. So I'm looking at, does he collect prior? So that last one he did very, very nice. So watch the very 5 feet in front of the jump there, right? Like he's hit the bar there, but he did a little sliding stop it. So it's learning how to slide stop and pick up those feet at the very last second. So slide stop in and pick up the feet. A lot of breaks in this. So it may seem like I'm going back to back to back to back, but I am not. There are a lot of breaks in here, but this video would be super long if I added in all the breaks. So same thing, different side. I would say that tunnel is approximately 22 feet away. He has a great tunnel send, so that allows me to be in the spot I need to be before he exits the tunnel. If you don't have that, if you don't have a good tunnel send, then I would do it from a sit stay at a distance. And if you don't have either of those, then that's the first thing I would train before I would go and train this. Either the sit stay or the distance send on the tunnel. It's coming in a little bit more on a slice here, which I think is slightly harder for him.
Yes, so good. So good. Oh, I got cookies. Get your toy. Get your toy. Tunnel. Yes, super job. Tunnel. Good job. Ooh, that was wide. Tunnel.
That was beautiful. Love that one. Very nice. I think one of the main things that I'm just blown away by putting all of this together is how many sessions I actually did. I mean, here we are up to session number 53. He's been doing this now for, I think, 4 months, 3 months, 3.5 months. We're coming to the tail end of 13 months here. And this is working some front crosses. So wanting this very similar jump style, very nice and tight to the jump. I want him turning before the jump, not landing and then turning. So looking at what I'm doing, what I'm asking him as far as side change goes, and stay committed to the jump. And is he turning and attempting to turn prior on it or after it? That one was on it. Man, he's giving a lot of stress yawn still. Even to this day, he would give a stress yawn. He's now two, almost coming up on 2.5, 2.25 years old.
Yes, good. Check. Yes, good boy. Check. Yes, good boy.
And then every once in a while, I'm testing out the sequence to see how he handles it. I don't do a lot of those, so it was only one and done. Now working on some slice work.
Okay.
So some of this is out of Linda's mastering jumping skills, and some of it is adding in my own stuff, like blind crosses, and I add in some ins, but all
What a
working
good boy.
slices. So there's an in,
Yes, beautiful.
there's a blind. The blinds definitely are harder because he's not only converging on me, but he has to learn to trust that I will get out of his way, because once he lifts, he cannot change his jump arc. So he will hit me if my timing's wrong. So be very, very aware of your timing here. It's important because they have to learn to trust that you will move.
Excellent. Wait. Jump. Right. In your way. Okay. Good. Wrap, wrap, wrap.
Changed it to
Nice
a
try. Wrap, wrap.
rear cross wrap.
Yes, good boy. Wrap, wrap, wrap. Yes.
He's still learning these. Hard to go from slicing to wrapping. Takes on a different
Wrap, wrap. Yes.
lead change and all that. Different bend to their body required.
Wrap, wrap, wrap. Yes, very pretty. Wrap,
I also
wrap,
use
wrap.
a different hand signal
Yes.
for my
Good
wrap
job.
versus my in.
Good job. Super. Wait. Wrap, wrap, wrap. Yeah, not bad. Wrap, wrap, wrap. Yes, good boy. Wrap, wrap, wrap. Yeah, good boy. In. Yeah. Wrap, wrap, wrap. Whoops.
It's hard to go back to back. They have to learn how to do that.
Wrap. Yes, good boy.
So I do a lot of it in the early days. This is what a wrap looks like. This is what a slice looks like. Just going back and forth.
Wrap, wrap.
That's what a wrap looks like. This is what a slice looks like.
In. Yeah.
Helping him to understand the difference.
Wrap, wrap, wrap. Yes. In. Whoops. Nice try. In. Yes. Very good.
So I love this exercise, and I blew up this exercise. So a couple of things. I really love the fast transition. So this was just something that I pulled together to help do some quick transitions with his feet. So I was looking at how fast can he transition on and off the jumps. So I wasn't asking for speed at this. I was just asking for precision. But what this ended up being is a really good handler drill for me. And so I kept asking for a little bit more than I should have at his ability. And he was awesome, but he also got a little frustrated with me. And then I also ended up with some knocked bars. So that was a handler error right there. And so I went ahead and rewarded him. Even for some knocked bars, you'll see that I reward him because this is just so difficult to pay attention, to transition quickly, and my handling skills need to be on par. And I just asked for more and more. And so I went ahead and fed him because I'm like, dang it, Margaret, you should have stopped. You should have stopped 2 jumps prior, and I didn't. I pushed it. So this was fun. Bars are set at, I think, what are they set at? I think they're set at 12 right there. Yeah, 12. And then he hit the bar, I hit the bar, so I rewarded him. Because a lot of this is, he's really, really trying to keep these toes up. So it's no longer showing him that it's his mistake. I did stop him for that one because I thought my handling was pretty good there. Little stress yawn. I think this drill is pretty cool though because it allows you to transition to all different types of jump styles that we do. and the handler has to be on time to get exactly what they want. They also have to be organized in transitioning quickly, figuring out, am I doing a front cross, am I doing a rear cross, am I doing a slice. I did very, very few jump to jumps, so I wasn't asking him to bounce jump, although a couple did end up just because of where I was, and he went ahead and took the jump anyway. Added in a toy, which added in a little bit more drive, which added a little bit more speed.
Yes, good, good. Oh, good. Okay.
So we both had to be better and faster with the toy involved. Asking, that was a little lead out push there. He did really well. So a little collection, recalled a collection on that last one, which so there I was on his line. And so he took the backside, which was appropriate. So I went ahead and rewarded him, but that wasn't my plan. I didn't have a plan going forward. So I stopped him, tucked myself behind that jump, which opened up the lane for him, tucked myself, and there he nailed it. Good boy. Doing some ins. Yeah, I like that. That one, he didn't quite get the second one. That was hard. Very, very fast transitions for him. And for me. I need to be in the right spot at the right time, and he's still very young to these. I hit the bar. So watch this. So I backed into that jump and hit it. I immediately played with him because I did not want him to fret, especially, and then I sent him away while I fixed it. Very, very important that if it is your mistake, absolutely don't blame the dog. Don't put him in a downstay. Working some rear cross wraps on the outside. This is harder. Trying to get a couple in a row. And then I change it to the other side so that the wingless is just in on a different hand. You nailed that one. We're working a sequence, seeing how many jumps he can put together. This is at 14 inches. One of his first times at 14 inches running a sequence like this. All right, getting a feel for his jump arc. So it's just looking at his jump arc. This is with me recalling him, and then that was just a natural one. So sometimes I am sending him to a target. Sometimes I am recalling him to the target, seeing if it affects it. So I did this angle because I noticed that he was dropping off to the side when he was doing that, and I wasn't sure why. Working on a double jump, wanting him to set for the last bar, not for the first bar, which he's doing a nice job on.
Good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, no, no, no. Okay. Yes, good.
And working some bends with a little bit more extension in and without my help at all. So I brought that set point jump in to help him get in closer on the first bar to jump it in a better position. So he's looking at the treat, at the target plate is loaded. So every once in a while he looks right at it, and I know that he's not going to take the jump. So that was me helping him get on the bar. I think I do it a couple more times. And then I transitioned to 16 inches with a single bar. So I want him to look at the bar, not at the treat. You can see if you watch his eye closely, if you stop it, you can see him looking at it between the blue and the white jump.
Yeah.
There,
Good boy.
yeah, and then he transitioned onto the bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's jumping out a little bit on these more than I'd like. That was better.
Yeah.
That one, love that one. That was great.
Good boy.
Give a jackpot reward.
Super. Okay.
So he's still jumping out on that one. I am rewarding all of them because this is it's a process for him to learn how to get in there closer with more and more speed. He's starting to learn how not to get cookies when I tell him not to. Such a good boy. That was nice. Yeah, that was a nice one too. We're on a toy.
Get it. Okay, jump. Yeah, good boy. Get it. Good.
So I put the bar in the middle because I wanted him to be on the edge of the wing. So that bar is to help me guide my eye to see him get on the side of the wing. That was pretty wide, but I rewarded anyway. I reward all of those. All right, this took a little bit of hit and miss figuring out his footwork to get the right. So it's kind of an optical illusion. These bars are equally set, but it's an optical illusion just because of the way that the camera is set. I mean, I might be off a little bit. And as he gets closer to me on this direction, he's jumping both of them, both the white and the yellow. So I moved the yellow one out just a little bit to make him understand that I want him to jump in the middle. He's kind of stepping over them. He's not really jumping much. I do want him jumping. And then he jumps both of them together. So I tried a few times to see if he can figure it out. There you jump. And with the increased speed, he's supposed to increase his picking up his feet, not jump multiple of them at once. So he's getting better. Slowly, each time he gets a little bit better at these. And he only knocks a handful of, not even a handful of bars, just a few throughout this. So see how fast he has to transition his chest up as he gets faster on these, or as the jumps get higher. So he really has to think fast about transitioning his feet. So this is really helping him to think about doing this quickly and to pay attention to his bars, not pay attention to me. Jump both of them at the end there. And I am taking breaks in between these. These are not all back to back. Some of them are, but most of them aren't. There's a little rear cross in there. Struggled to get that first little transition, but he gets better at those too. Jump both of them. So as you watch, you will see me start to change these just a little bit. There, okay, so the height increased. And see how hard of an effort that was. He really struggled. But he will figure his feet out. That was better already. Better already, although he dropped the bar, but I like how he's bouncing. Drop the bar again, so I'm going to go ahead and adjust, I think. Yeah, he looks like he's struggling on the third bar. And there you jump both. That was good. He really kind of struggled there on the fifth one. That was good. So I'm looking for rhythm through it. There he struggled again. So I moved that last one. Do you see that? Because he did struggle, and then he had to adjust. He had to figure out where it was, right in the middle of it, which he did. So this is based off of Kim Collins. Added in a little bit of speed there, and he nailed it. So just a little caveat. I did not do a whole lot of studying of either Susan Sallow or Kim Collins, but using what I've seen of them working their own dogs and others. I've watched seminars and stuff like that, but I have not studied under them. Linda, I did study under for a little bit, but not a whole lot, and that was back when I was working with my Border Collie Jinx. The Linda Mecklenburg, I did go through her book, so studying more of her book than studying under her. So, and I have read both of her books, both Mastering Jumping Skills and Developing Handler Skills. One's on handling, one's on jumping. All this work that you've been watching has been on the jumping book, Mastering Jumping Skills.